Let's meal prep together. I'm so excited to just have some good, clean, solid meals for the week. I typically prep 4 to 5 days at a time. If I think something is gonna end up being in the fridge too long, I will put it in the freezer and thaw it for later. I'm not trying to get sick here. I'm a little also afraid of food going bad, so I'm a little extra cautious about it. But the goal is a lot of whole foods, pretty high protein, and I'm starting a fat loss phase. Not drastic because I want to preserve and or still gain muscle if possible, but I got a little bit of fat that I want to get off my body. How I figure out my meals is I love to use a TDEE calculator. It is just an estimate, but I'll adjust like the calories and the macros depending on kind of what I'm used to that makes me feel my best and depending on the goal I'm going for. And then I'll use a little bit of AI to make sure everything's like set, plan the meals out, whatever. And honestly, sometimes I like a plain, boring meal prepped meal, and there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes I'm in a phase where I'm a bit more of a foodie, but sometimes I'm like, I literally just want to fuel and feel how I want to feel. It really just depends on like what era, what phase I'm in. And that's the best thing about fitness and nutrition is you can always be changing things depending on what fits your needs in that moment. So I have my macros, ingredients, and amounts ready. It's also nice because if I follow this, I don't need to like track anything because it's already tracked for me. If I eat outside of it, however, that'll change things. But let's get started with breakfast. Typically I'll do black coffee with a little bit of creamer in the morning, and then a lot of times I'll make an afternoon latte at home, so I factor this stuff into it too. I've been doing a lot of yogurt bowls lately for breakfast, but I'm gonna change it up and we are gonna do an egg bake today. You know, every time I cut an onion, I always think to myself, I should learn the proper way to cut an onion. And then the next time I find myself cutting an onion, I never look it up. I don't know. Because I know there's a way to cut it to like minimize the tears. And I bawl my eyes out every time I cut an onion. And I'm just putting myself through torture time and time again because I'm being too lazy to look it up. And this is another one of those cases. I'm doing it right now in front of our very own eyes. But at least I do have this little veggie chopper, so I don't have to cut it all the way. I just have to cut it into pieces the size to fit in this veggie chopper, and that's all I'm gonna do. And I'm only putting half an onion in this egg bake. But I do love adding onions to things, especially when cooking them because they add so much flavor. Yeah, I want to cry so bad right now. Oh gosh. I have put on my ski goggles even while cutting onions before. Okay. I'm gonna wrap up the other half. That might even be a little too much onion. Let's mix her together and reassess. Yeah, that's a lot. Okay, that's it. I probably used like about a third of an onion. You know, I never added salt and pepper, so let's at least add a little bit of those. And so what we have here is eggs, egg whites, which I wasn't sure how much egg whites to use. It said 800 grams, but the whole container was like, I don't know, 850. So I just added in the extra and I can recalculate if I want, but also egg whites are high in protein, but low calorie. And I'm pretty flexible with these numbers too. It'd be different if I was like, you know, going for a bodybuilding show or something like that, but I'm not. And so I can be very flexible with my numbers and still like reach goals and stuff, especially when it's something like, oh, extra egg whites. That's not gonna kill me. But those two, I have some fat-free cheese, spinach, onion, and green pepper. I really need to invest in like some casserole dishes or something. I only really have this glass pan that has edges on it. I don't wanna use something flat because I don't want spillage. And normally with glass pans, I just spray the pan. I don't add parchment paper because it slides off pretty easy. But you never know with eggs, so I'm just adding parchment paper. Pour this all in. Oh no! Shit. It is in fact spilling. All right, I didn't add enough parchment paper. There goes my extra egg whites. You know what? Now we're even. If a little gets cooked on the underneath, hopefully it's fine. I have the oven at 375. I really need to clean the bottom of the oven. There's so much burnt stuff and it might make my fire alarm go off. Echo, set a 20-minute timer. I'll bake it anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes. I'll check on it. But all the burnt stuff is because I made this amazing, gorgeous, beautiful, stunning, tasty apple pie, and so much of it spilled to the bottom, and it's been crispy down there. And every time we use the oven, I'm like, oh my gosh, I should clean this out. But the oven's already preheated. I can't go clean it out. So it's like something that I have to remember when the oven's cooled. Whatever. Anyways, egg bake is baking. That's not the only thing I'll have for breakfast, but once it's done and I assemble it, you'll see the rest. In the meantime, however, let's move on to lunch. Moving on to lunch, first thing is we're gonna make some rice. I'm gonna do 1 cup of dry jasmine rice. First in this mesh strainer so I can wash it. So then we take 1 cup rice. And if you've been watching any of my recent videos, you would know that I have been obsessed with cooking rice in bone broth. The flavor's so good, and I'm adding so much extra protein. It's just like a win-win-win-win-win. 1 cup this, 2 cups this, since rice is a pretty even 1-to-2 ratio. I also love having a rice cooker. I literally got this for like 10 bucks from maybe Target in like 2022. So I've had it for a long time. There is quite a bit of wear and tear. And if I want to make larger portions, I think a lot of people like using an Instant Pot for rice. I don't own one, but maybe I will in the future, and that's what I'll start using. So I'm literally gonna throw this in the rice cooker, add the lid, press go, and she's cooking. Lunch is gonna be rice cooked in bone broth, a veggie. We are doing zucchini squash this week, and then also I'm gonna season chicken. For the zucchini squash, I'm just gonna add a little oil to make everything stick. And my go-to is literally just salt, pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder. I like air frying the veggies because when it crisps up, it's just good. Sometimes I'm just eating veggies to eat veggies and get fiber. Sometimes I do enjoy them. So it really just depends what I'm eating. And as much as I love to like get in a lot of protein, fruits and vegetables really are so important. I also think too, I'm just like, you know, with the rise of colon cancer and like things like that, I'm like, we all could use some more fiber in our lives. And it's not like having 1 piece of zucchini squash is gonna cure my problems and give me enough fiber for the day, but it's a start. And I also used to think like, oh, you know, what is the best veggie out there for me? But my kind of motto with like vegetables is just pick something and eat it. You know, like it's better to just have some vegetables incorporated in your diet than like needing to get like the perfect one with the most micronutrients and whatever. So we're doing zucchini for lunch. I'm gonna throw these in the air fryer. I typically start them on the bottom rack so that they like cook, and then I move them to the top rack so that they crisp. I don't know if that actually works, but it does in my brain. Let's take the eggs out though. Oh gosh, oh no, okay. Eggs are very liquidy still. They need a lot more time. Echo, set a 5-minute timer. I changed the name from Alexa to Echo, not only because I have 2 different friends named so I didn't want to like say their name and trigger it. Also, I don't want to say the name in my video and then set up everyone else's. And so I renamed it just to Echo because it's like an Echo dot, you know? Next, we need to cook the chicken. They always gotta lay right where you want to be standing, you know? I appreciate your help, sir. I love you so much. Why do you look irritated? Is it because I haven't been sharing? I'm just gonna use a pie dish for the chicken because it's glass. Also, I thawed chicken from the freezer and they look pretty small, so I might end up having to bake more midweek, but that's okay. You know, when I take a bag of chicken out of the freezer, I don't know how much is gonna be in it. So I'm still gonna measure out per serving when I start assembling the meals. And then once it falls short, I'll like make a note because I like to have a certain amount of chicken so I know I'm eating enough, you know? However, we add them to the pan. You have a chicken hand and a seasoned hand. I should have done opposite because I would like to use my right hand because it's my dominant hand. You know what? I'm gonna wash and restart. Hang on. All right, we're spraying a little oil, and I'm literally gonna do the same seasonings that I did the vegetables, just salt, pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder. I go a little crazy on these, like on purpose. Sometimes I get more creative with the seasonings. Echo, stop. Depending if, you know, there's a certain like sauce I wanna use, or if the vibes are different. Every now and then I'll change it up, but today we're going pretty basic. And not gonna lie, I'm excited about it. However, although it's simple seasonings, it's a lot of it. Amazing. We'll put this in the oven when the eggs are done. The eggs are taking way longer than I thought, but it's fine. I want to bake the chicken at, I think 400 is what I usually do. So I'm gonna wait till the eggs are done so I can up the temperature. Rice is done. The egg bake, I think, is done. Honestly, it's hard to tell. And also, this is supposed to be for 4 servings. It looks like at least 8. I'm gonna have to do some recalculations. Zucchini is also done. And we got chicken in the oven. I did have enough chicken after I portioned it all out for 4 days, which is exciting. So lunches are pretty much done. We're gonna go walk Duncan. I also need a break. I feel like meal prepping, it may not have seemed long in the video, I don't know, but it always just feels long. And I'd rather do it now and get it done and not only help me stay on track throughout the week, but also it saves so much time throughout the week. So it's so worth it to do it. But like I'm on my feet so long too, so I'm just like, ugh. But we really need to walk him. So we're taking a break, gonna walk him. Maybe I'll sit down for a hot second and then we will tackle dinner. A normal meal prep day too, I might order things a little differently, but I wanted to do one meal at a time just kind of for the sake of the video. So see you in a little bit. I'm back. Let's move on to dinner. Also, there's a toy in the background. Let me show you what it is. It's a weight, like a plate weight. Isn't that so funny? It says 20 kg on it, which is funny because like I use pounds, but it's Duncan's toy. He actually is obsessed with it though. Like he loves this thing. Jump. Yes, get it. Woo, good job. I try my best to clean as I go when I meal prep because a lot of the times I need to like reuse cutting boards and stuff, so I'm like constantly washing them in between things, and it minimizes a lot of the damage that would build up towards the end. So that's something I always do, big tip. And I simply don't have the space to not clean as I go. Like I live in an apartment, right? My kitchen's not huge. Counter space is limited. Anyways, for dinner, we are actually starting with more jasmine rice. Normally, I like to diversify my carbs a little bit more. Like a lot of the times, I will do a sweet potato for dinner and I'll do rice for lunch. But I've just been on such a rice kick that I'm doing more rice. That's okay. I'm sure I'll change it up in the weeks to come. 1 cup, washing it first. So 1 cup rice. And I did chicken bone broth with my lunch. And now I'm gonna do beef bone broth for my dinner. How crazy. Also, how much bone broth is too much bone broth? I'm kidding. It's not like I'm having this entire bowl of it at a time. And just like normal, put it in the rice cooker and let it go. I'm gonna do veggies next. This says 4 servings per container, so I'll just do 1. I wasn't sure if I should do 1 or 2 bags, so I bought 2, and I'll just freeze the next one for the next time I meal prep. These are pieces, but I do want them a little smaller, so I'm just gonna chop like some of them up. Just a rough chop so they're easier to eat. And for the rest of it, I'm gonna do the same thing that I did with the zucchini. And onto the meat. At the grocery store this morning, these were both marked on sale, which is super exciting, especially because I was buying it to cook it today. I wasn't gonna like save it for a while, so I trusted that if it was marked down because of the date, it won't go bad. Anyways, this is lean ground beef. It's 96.4, which is amazing. I feel like I spent so much money at the grocery store this morning, and like the reality is when you're eating a lot of protein, it does get expensive. And so I take that as a piece of motivation to treat my body well in the other areas, like really push my workouts, really move it, whatever, because I'm like, okay, if I'm spending this much on my nutrition, I can't just like slack in all the other areas or it'll feel like a waste of money. I don't know. That's how I feel about it. But I do a lot of ground turkey. However, I feel like lately I've just been getting a little sick of ground turkey. It is a bit dry and stuff, and ground beef is just a little more flavorful. Of course, I'm gonna season it, and I would season ground turkey too. But my point is, we're gonna do some ground beef instead of ground turkey. Let's throw it on the pan. Nice. So I just browned the ground beef and I was getting the appropriate amount of seasoning. I'm just seasoning it with taco seasoning. And I was thinking I just did 2 pounds. There's 4. There's nearly 4 in that thing. Well, it's between 3.5 and 4. I'm like, dang, I'm gonna have a lot of ground beef, which like I'll freeze a ton of it. I'm totally good with freezing stuff and then thawing and having for later. It's not a big deal. But damn, I knew that pan was like abnormally full. I was like, dang, this is like really a lot of meat, but I just thought it was 2 pounds, not double that. It was crazy. But let's season. I just ate a few pieces and I swear broccoli is one of the best veggies to air fry. It just gets nice and crispy. It's like genuinely so good. I have a ton of meat left still, so I'll end up freezing this and having it either later in the week or next week, which is totally good. And so I have the bulk of things assembled, right? I really wish I had better meal prep containers. Like, these are fine, but part of me is like, you know, it's just so much more aesthetically pleasing when everything matches. And also I have those ones that I use for lunch that have the dividers. I thought it would be so smart to have one with the divider, but like, I like everything as one big bowl. When I use those containers, it's just because I have them, so I use them, but I end up mixing everything when the lid is off anyway. Like, I don't need the divider. But, so all the meals are good to go. However, some things are just better if you add them day of. So for example, I got a few avocados and I'm gonna add these to my dinner bowls. And then also for breakfast, I picked up this smoked salmon. I've had it before. I really like it. You know, it's kind of like the lox, like salmon, bagel, lox situation people do. I wanted to add this onto my egg bake. I just thought it would be fun. I didn't add any like sausage or bacon or anything. I was like, you know what? Salmon would be great. Also, it's really high protein and pretty low calorie. Honestly, it's great. I'll probably do like half a serving per breakfast because one serving of it is kind of a lot just for the amount that I want. Sometimes I don't just want like a lot of smoked salmon in the morning, you know? But for just half a serving, it would only be 35 calories and it adds 6 grams of protein, which is so awesome. Also for breakfast, I'm gonna add a piece of this sourdough bread. I got the thin slice, just honestly for carbs, help fuel my workouts and stuff. And I mean, bread is great, right? Sourdough specifically is great. I mean, grocery store sourdough obviously doesn't come close to like homemade sourdough, but still. And then also you might be thinking like, Morgan, what about snacks? What do you do about snacks? I personally am not a huge snacker. I do love a good Sun Chip. I love a good Cheez-It. But day to day, I'm not a huge snacker, especially if I'm eating a lot of whole foods and I'm eating a lot of protein. I just don't get as much of the urge. Same with a sweet tooth. When I'm consistently doing these things, I don't get as much of a sweet tooth. However, I grabbed a bunch of apples. Also because I didn't show you any fruit today. So I grabbed a bunch of apples, fiber, fruit, low calorie snack, amazing. And then, I don't know why, but I've been on such a rice kick lately, and H-E-B had a bunch of fun flavors. I've had this one before, the white cheddar. I really like it. Also, tomato basil. That's crazy, never seen that before. And then for a sweet tooth, I already had these, the chocolate rice cakes. They have like mini chocolate chips in them, they're really good. And also, don't even get me started on Drizzlicious. So good. Not that I'll be eating every single one of these every single day, but they're good to have in the cabinet. They last a while and I've just been on a kick. Also, I love me an Olipop, and the mini ones are a perfect size to buy in bulk because they are a bit pricey, you know? What's awesome is that Olipop actually has, it's not written on the mini cans, it's back here, but it actually has fiber, which is awesome. And if I have a mini Olipop plus an apple, I'm hitting about 25-ish grams of fiber, which is pretty good. I mean, 25 to 30 is an ideal range for me. So I wanna keep that in mind. I'm really trying to be more mindful of my fiber moving forward. And I think that's gonna be a journey I wanna tackle. I know how to eat high protein. Let's start eating more fiber. But so I am ready for the week. I truly love meal prepping. I cannot believe it took me so long to get into it. I first started last fall and it's just amazing. Like, I just rave so much about it because it helps me stay on track. It helps me feel so good and it saves so much time throughout the week. Like, there's just so many positives to it. And I'm not absolutely perfect with my diet. I'll still like do stuff on the weekends, whatever. But also when I'm so good about when I eat at home throughout the week, it's kind of like that 80-20 rule, 90-10 rule, whatever, depending on how things go. And it just really works for me. I love it. So thank you for meal prepping with me. Let's have a great week. Tackle our goals. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you have not. I do a lot of stuff like this. We love healthy habits and just feeling our best around here. And I'll see you in the next one.